It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC West rivals. We're just moments away from the action, and it's all up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi Stadium. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. Oh, no. Today, before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about. But these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
From the gun is Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Purdy on first down. Caught by Jennings. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Kittle's got it on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Purdy throwing here on first. That's caught in stride by McCaffrey. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Second and 3 now. Now it's Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. To throw again, it's Purdy. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Cardinals now as they get sent for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners since Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the 49ers will go on offense. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and just 2 to go. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down throw by Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And they bring him down around the 34. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Working inside the red zone. That finds Ayuk complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, McCaffrey. Launches, and he's got it! Touchdown! The 49ers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. DJ Dallas now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll cobble together a yard there. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operated from the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his first one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. From the gun is Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
McCaffrey on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Purdy on first down. That's brought in by Jennings. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a 49er first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
From the 21. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Pretty throwing here on first. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers driving ahead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Man in motion here. Purdy to throw it. This ball's caught by McCaffrey.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To throw again, it's Purdy. And guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown! The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. George Kittle, the touchdown! When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dallas with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Trey McBride. So it'll be 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They'll punt it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Running back sent in motion. It's taken in by Juszczyk. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the 1st half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Cardinals going nickel here, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. He'll get this one to Connor. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Renardo Green with that tackle. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Dortch now to return it. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. This is ahead for about 5. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Connor here from the gun. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Connor on the inside give. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Murray setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Murray here on first down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. A give right side to Connor. And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Murray to throw. This will be cut by Connor. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The 49ers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Got to use check, and it's complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Second and 1. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Purdy on 1st down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 32. He's on the move. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now it's Purdy. He's got it to him yet again. That is to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers continue piling onto this lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dallas with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Murray on 3rd down. That's complete. Here's Connor. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down carry for Connor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Tossing this out to Connor. Across midfield to the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on the play right up the gut, but come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Handoff goes to Connor, running left. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is picked up by the 49ers. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's 49ers football, and they are hurting for points. They start this quarter with a huge lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. From the gun, Gurindo. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. They stick with McCaffrey, and he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. First and 10, Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll get it up to the 27. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. from the 48. He'll get this one to Connor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got him, that's McBride. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Murray to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back to the air, Murray. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Murray here on first down. Jones reels it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one, and then brings up 3rd down. Now Murray on the play fake. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.